Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. Escaping to Basher Trail seemed like such a great idea. She always felt at ease on the trail as it wound through the alders. Even though Anchorage is less than 2 miles away, the trail system above town allows visitors a respite from civilization, however brief. With each step, Basher Trail began its climb to its merging point with Dome Trail. She was eager to reach the top and catch her breath as she enjoyed the view. A short climb and the trail dog-legged into a flatter stretch, and she was almost there. As soon as she reached the top of the climb, something mud-colored came blurring toward her from a few yards away. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. On the afternoon of July 22, 2025, the Basher Creek drainage on the northeastern edge of Anchorage was alive with the bustle of summer. The Basher Trail, a connector leading from the Stuckagain Heights neighborhood up the Dome Trail into the Chugach Front Range, is a popular recreation path. Ferns, alder, thickets, and white spruce line this steep hillside, offering glimpses of Campbell Creek far below and the rugged crest of Near Point above. Despite the proximity to Alaska's largest city, this is prime bear habitat. Anchorage's 290,000 people share the municipality with approximately 350 black bears and 65 brown bears. Around 1,600 moose also wander these wooded hillsides. An Anchorage woman, whom we'll refer to as Hillary, was 2 miles into the Dome Trail when the brush near the trail erupted into a frenzy of cracking limbs and swaying brush. She glanced up just in time to see an enraged brown bear closing in on her from a few yards away. With no time to react, the impact of the bear sent Hillary flying through the air. Before she could gather her senses, she felt the immense pressure of several bites from the bear, and her flesh gashed as it swatted her. In an attack that lasted mere seconds, the bear had left Hillary bleeding, in pain, and unable to move her legs. The only piece of equipment that could help her get medical attention was her cell phone, and Hillary used it to dial 911. Dispatchers could hear wind and the distant rush of Basher Creek over her labored breathing. Crucially, the woman remained on the phone throughout the ordeal. For nearly an hour, she described landmarks and the terrain while the Anchorage Police Department launched drones to triangulate her position. At times, she said she could feel the bear close by. Then she whispered that it had run off into the thickets. As the drones searched for her, Hillary indicated she was losing a lot of blood. Triangulating her location using cell tower signals helped, but only provided an approximate area, narrowing her location to within about a half mile. Dense brush would make locating her extremely difficult, with visibility being less than a few yards in many places. The 911 call triggered one of Anchorage's largest backcountry rescues in recent memory. Megan Peters, a spokesperson for the Anchorage Fire Department, later recounted that dispatchers mobilized 9 units within minutes. Firefighters, medics, and police officers raced to the Basher trailhead, staging in a cul-de-sac amidst the Stuckagain Heights housing development. Dense vegetation and steep terrain slowed ground crews. APD's drone unit relayed thermal imagery, eventually pinpointing a heat signature near a switchback. AFD paramedics bushwhacked their way through alder thickets to reach the woman and stabilize her. Meanwhile, the Alaska Wildlife Troopers coordinated with the Department of Public Safety's helicopter, which had been outfitted for a short-haul rescue. Rescuers loaded the injured hiker onto a stretcher and evacuated her by helicopter to an Anchorage hospital. Police later said her injuries were serious but not likely life-threatening. Hospital staff discovered multiple puncture wounds and a fractured pelvis, but said she would recover. In her call to dispatchers, the hiker said the bear ran off after mauling her. Despite the poor sightlines in the forest, she never saw which direction it went. Once the victim was airlifted out, Alaska Department of Fish and Game blocked off the trail and the surrounding area. Wildlife officers scoured the Basher Creek drainage for tracks, scat, and other sign. Because the bear left the scene immediately after the attack, and there was no known food source or cub to defend, biologists initially believed the encounter to be defensive. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon linked below will give you ad-free early access to photos, sources, and episodes. And the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. Authorities indicated that they did not intend to immediately destroy the bear. Rather, they planned to monitor the area. However, as a precaution, a team equipped with tranquilizer guns and, if necessary, firearms stood by. The Basher Creek mauling prompted renewed emphasis on trail system safety around Anchorage. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game reminds hikers that bear deterrents, including firearms and bear spray, can be helpful but should never replace common sense precautions. Their guidance for traveling in bear country includes make noise, stay alert, and look for signs of bears. Travel in groups when possible, never approach or crowd bears, and secure food and garbage. Although sources did not indicate whether Hillary was carrying a firearm or bear spray, it is vital to have some form of deterrent and know how to use it properly. Anchorage's unique position, a modern city tucked into one of North America's wildest landscapes, means that encounters between people and bears are inevitable. Residents of Stuckagain Heights are accustomed to seeing moose in their driveways and black bears on trash day. In recent years, there have been sporadic reports of brown bears roaming the Basher Trail, prompting Alaska Department of Fish and Game to post warning signs and temporarily close the trail earlier in 2025 due to aggressive bear behavior. The July 22nd attack nevertheless shocked hikers, many of whom regarded the trail as relatively safe due to its proximity to homes. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Is there any way a hiker in dense brush rounding a corner can avoid running into a foraging brown bear? Would the use of an air horn have possibly prevented this attack? Could you imagine being mauled by a bear within the sight of a city? It seems counterintuitive to me. I'll gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We've slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.